Calling it a career, 12-time All-Star Chris Paul has announced his retirement after 21 seasons in the NBA. He ends his career second all-time in assists and steals behind John Stockton, and he said that this is it. This is what he posted on social media. He said, while this chapter of being an NBA player is done, the game of basketball, it will forever be ingrained in my DNA and part of my life, playing basketball for a living. It's been an unbelievable blessing that also came with lots of responsibility, and I embraced it all. To my teammates, coaches, staff, executives, and most of all, he says, to my family, I can't begin to thank you enough. But the good news is I'll now have much more time to start. As we welcome you inside our Los Angeles studio, Tim McMahon, Danny Green, Kendrick Perkins, and Mr. Mark Spears, our Hall of Famer. You covered Chris Paul closely for so very much of his career. He is a dear friend of ours here at ESPN.
Future teammate
on the show. I hope so. But what stands out to you most when you look at Chris Paul's career?
Well, I first met him at Carmelo Anthony's basketball camp in 2004, and I was like, dang, he's little.
Did you tell him that?
Maybe not. But I'm like, I don't know if I could see this. And then he ends up just having this extraordinary career. He didn't have Steph Curry shooting or great shooting. He didn't have LeBron size or athleticism. But for him to be, they say he's 6 feet. I think he's 5'10". For him to do what he's done for that long, absolutely incredible. He announced it today while he was giving away shoes in Compton to some people. And I'm also hearing, in terms of, could he be a surprise visitor Sunday? I don't know if he wants to be in the Intuit Dome anyway after what happened, but he's supposed to be at a place with his a tournament with his daughter this weekend unless Adam Silver changes his mind.
Well, I imagine that if he did decide to show up at Intuit Dome, Danny, the crowd, the Clippers faithful, the fans, despite the disappointing way I think that things ended, would be so very glad to see Chris Paul.
Yeah, and he deserves it. And as a former player, I kind of hate this for him. Whenever we see one of our all-time greats not get the farewell tour that they deserve, it kind of leaves a stink with me. So I didn't like that it happened this way, but I'm sure there's some positive. He could spend more time with his family. Yeah. Again, heart over height. He's one of the guys that came in as a small guard. Playing 20 years is unbelievable. And last year, played all 82 games and started. Unbelievable achievement, but I said I just don't like this for him the way it's happened.
It almost don't seem right, like almost catching me eating a salad. It just don't seem right? And again, I go back to Chris Paul to almost, you know, we're talking about 2001, competing in AAU basketball from being McDonald's All-Americans together, you know, in that 2003 class. And, you know, when I think of Chris Paul, I think of him as a top 10 point guard of all time. That's number one. But when you talk about a guy and you want to put a name by him, I put the word culture, right? The word culture. Every franchise since he's been drafted that he's touched, he's helped, like, take their organization to a whole different standard.
Agreed.
From the Pelicans to the Clippers to
San Antonio,
OKC. Like,
Rockets.
He's the true definition of the word culture, along with being the top 10 greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah, I'll use a different dining metaphor. This is like a five-star meal, but the dessert was nasty,
Didn't
right?
go right.
For him to go out this way the last year in what he was hoping would be a storybook ending, that's a shame. But it doesn't tarnish his legacy.
Right.
It ruins the relationship with the Clippers long term, but it does not tarnish the legacy of a guy who never won a championship, but was an ultimate winner. And like Perk said, everywhere he went, you can look at the numbers.
CP3
they got dramatically better. And you look at San Antonio, you look at Oklahoma City, his impact on those young teams is going to last for a long time.
But it takes you into another conversation, right? 10 years ago, an all-time great that walked away, that was ready to retire and announced that this was going to be his last year. There's no way that the league is going to let him go out like this, which like rung a bell to me that goes to show that we're in 2026 now, meaning that teams are moving, vets don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a shame because now teams would rather go with youth than an experienced vet. Like, do you know to have, like, for a team like Minnesota, do you know what Chris Paul could do for them right now with the West being wide open?
Well, I will say, I mean, there are so many could-have, would-have, should-haves. But sitting here today, I was able to see Chris Paul recently, and he seems like he is in such a good place. And I just want to say one quick thing about Chris Paul. He is an incredible basketball player, but his next chapter, I think, is going to be incredibly exciting, because when he was sitting here with us on NBA Countdown, he came in early and he put on the headset to make sure that he was just as prepared for this show as he was for anything in his life. And so whatever it is that CP is up to next, I have no doubt that it is going to be something that all of us are going to be very excited to see. But let's not move on from the basketball too quick, because he's easily one of the best to do it. So we thought we'd run back some top plays. Top 3 for CP3. At number 3, we're going back to 2006. This is his second season in the league. This is the Pelicans days. I know you said he was a little small.
Said he couldn't jump, huh?
Hey,
you got the athleticism
they need
right
to
there.
retire his jersey, too.
Jump in standard definition.
Retire his jersey,
number
Joe.
2. Sorry, Dwight Howard. This was a first-round playoff game in 2008.
Young lady.
Nice little circus shot he's got here. Again, this is over Tim Duncan.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was rocking that series. That was unbelievable.
I think that you really put it well. Maybe not won a championship, but ultimate winner, Chris Paul. And then Danny with apologies.
Yeah, this is. I knew this was going to be up here.
Game 7.
It was like, how'd you let him get to his right hand?
First round. Danny knows the rest.
But you didn't
Pushed off. He pushed off.
You didn't let. You didn't have a choice.
I have a chance. He's fast. He's fast.
Your naked ass couldn't circle.
Well, CP played the most seasons of any point guard. Let's go from Chris Paul to the guy who's played the most seasons ever, sticking in LA, LeBron James. He got the All-Star party started a little bit early last night against the Dallas Mavericks.
Get low, kid. Get on the knees.
The knees at 41, still doing it. Look out below. Lobs it up for Jackson Hayes.
Slam dunk contest.
A couple possessions later here, LeBron. He's really added that three-point shooting to his game over the course of his career, DG.
Yeah, he was showing it last night. Getting that transition 3-ball, strutting it, making him call timeout, letting the crowd know he still got it right before the All-Star break.
It looks like he's having fun, Perk. And then LeBron again drives, still got it, and one, plus a foul.
Watch the chest bump over there, though. Look, gap up, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Jumping ahead to the third quarter here, LeBron on the fast break, spins, finishes through traffic.
Doing that for 50 years. Can't stop it.
He's still leading the league in transition points.
Probably.
Still getting out on the break. Yep. LeBron only needs one more rebound to get the triple-double.
Austin?
Oh, come on, Austin. Come on. He knows it. Reeves apologizes. He's still got an opportunity to do it. And this time, everyone, Austin Reeves is the happiest man in this building.
Jackson Hayes gets his hands back.
The Lakers get the win. LeBron James gets the triple-double. And now he's the oldest player in NBA history with the triple-double. And this is starting to become something we're saying a lot. He's the oldest player with a 40-point game, oldest with a 30, a 10-assist game. And in his eyes, age is only really enhancing his game. I mean, he is a wine connoisseur after all. Here he is after making history.
It's not like my game. My game is not going anywhere. It's just it's my body. It's all the other things. There's so many more factors that come with how long will I play the game. Now, I don't think my game will ever suffer if I decided to continue to go however long that is.
Danny's already shaking his head. No, it's never going to leave him.
No, I mean, his game is always going to be there. He's only added to it, which the 3-ball, he's starting to shoot better from the perimeter. He's not jumping as high, but even when he was jumping 48 inches, now it's like 42. So he's able to still finish above the rim. He can't get away with these. He's been doing it for 20 years. That spin, moving transition, can't stop it. But what surprised me, everybody knows he can score, but he's one of the best in the game at manipulating the defense. He can see things before it's happening. He knows that this guy's going to tag the roller. He's coming in too early. Rui Hachimura in the corner, on a string. Not many people can make this pass like he has, on time, on target. Same, attacking the paint. All the defense is running left. He's looking right. Easy two-hand dunk for Vanderbilt. Little Magic Johnson. He's got the eyes in the back of his head, on the side of his head. He can find anybody anywhere. But his game has been great his whole career. So he's just a little less explosive, but he's adding more on the jump shot.
I think this game right here was just a warning to the rest of the league.
Saying what?
This is the version of LeBron that we're going to get after the All-Star break. And see, while other people is looking at what he's doing on the floor as far as the points, the assists, the rebounds, the one thing, because I've been knowing Bron since 1996, I'm always looking at the body language.
30 years.
I'm always looking at the body language. And you just said something, Malika, during the highlight. You said he looks happy. right?
Yes.
And when LeBron is happy, you're going to get an engaged LeBron James. Now, when LeBron is pissed off, you're going to see a LeBron not get back in transition. You're going to see a LeBron pouting. You're going to see a LeBron sitting at the end of the bench. It seemed like for some reason going into this game, watching him through this game, it was a reset in his mind and his mentality. And I feel like we're going to get this version the rest of the season.
I've heard people close to him say this is it. I've heard people close to him say that there's
still
more.
got some in the tank.
But from what we see, if he wants to come back, he certainly has a game to still do it.
Well, and look, I don't know if LeBron knows what he's going to do. I certainly don't know what he's going to do. I know what the rampant speculation is around the league, and that is this summer there's going to be a reunion and potentially a retirement tour for the ages back home again with the Cleveland Cavaliers next year.
Whether or not this is it for LeBron James, I mean, last night was just adding to his long list of accolades. You said rampant around the league. Something else that has been rampant around the league lately is the T word. What is that, Perk? They're starting to string together a couple of wins here, Perk.
Yeah, 5 out of the last 6.
Yeah, that's right. They were in Oklahoma City last night taking on the shorthanded Thunder, but this is awesome. Nikola Topic, he made his NBA debut for the Thunder. They hosted Milwaukee, and he deserves a well-deserved right here standing ovation. He recovered from his cancer diagnosis, chemotherapy, and there he is getting the little pass there to Jalen Williams for the floater. And then Topic again right here, his first bucket.
Oh, there you go.
Again, the crowd, I mean, absolutely well-deserved. His teammates loving it. On the Bucks side of things, later in the second, Kuzma gets the ball in the lane, plus the foul. Kuzma having some fun with the Bucks bench.
They are. I mean, look, they got past the trade deadline. Now all of a sudden they can focus on just playing basketball.
Just like that. Early in the third quarter, Kevin Porter Jr. drives.
See you off the one leg.
Step back fade.
One-legger. They're off balance, but on target. 5 minutes left in the fourth. Usman Jang.
A guy they cut. What a good homecoming for him.
Yeah, the former
Welcome
Thunder.
back to the NBA.
Big smile after that one. And then started the fourth, A.J. Green. He's been good for them.
Got that last name.
On fire.
That must be it.
That's it. It's the last name.
Ball movement. There you go.
Cam Thomas, also a pick up for Milwaukee. And then later in the fourth, Bobby Portis has the ball, knocks down the jumper, and the Bucks go on to win this one big, 110-93. And you mentioned the record, Perk. You're absolutely right. They're starting to make a little push. It is little, but up the standings. They've won 5 of 6, as you mentioned. And Milwaukee, they're a game and a half back of the Hawks for that final play-in spot. They're currently in the lead in that series, and they own the tiebreaker. We now welcome back to the show. This time, I think for the first time, right, in studio? First time in studio. Bobby Portis, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate y'all.
Really appreciate the time. You and I, we were talking about how our careers kind of, they dovetailed. We were both in Milwaukee, we were both in Chicago, we were both in New York, and now we're sitting here in Los Angeles as you're about to enter the All-Star festivities. But before we get to that, the last time we chatted, it was before the trade deadline. You all added Cam Thomas. He's been a great piece for you. Giannis, it looks like he's coming back after the All-Star break. Yeah. What's the feeling around this team right now?
That's a great vibe. Obviously, it's been an up-and-down year. You know, starting off the season kind of good and then going into a slump in that middle part of the season. But at this current state, vibes are great.
Yeah.
You know, won 5 out of 6 games, so everybody's feeling good, playing their roles, playing their minutes with force. I think it's been kind of refreshing to see some of the young guys step up in big games and, you know, have their moments. You're going to need that, you know, going forward. But, you know, like I said, 82-game season is for everybody to grow and get better, and, you know, that's what we're doing.
I imagine that having some clarity, you know, getting the trade deadline behind you
Absolutely.
is very nice for this team. What has Giannis said to you? What's the goal? What's for the rest of the season? What are you all focused on?
I think the main thing is, you know, trying to win as many games as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously, take it a day at a time, but always think bigger picture. You know, obviously, bigger picture for us now is just trying to trend in the right direction. At this point in the season, it's almost March, so teams start to, you know, peak at the right time. It's all about peaking at the right time. You know, with our team, I feel like our team is peaking right now. Everybody's trending in the right direction. Everybody's, you know, playing their minutes with force, playing for each other, and it's been great.
It's all about how the plane lands on April 15th. Everything before that is just the window dressing, right?
Absolutely.
This weekend, though, big stuff coming up. We got the three-point contest. It's your first three-point contest. You've been an excellent three-point shooter in your career, and this season in particular. But shooting off the rack is a little bit different. What's the strategy here?
I think that, just, starting on the left or right side, picking what side that you want to shoot the ball from, picking it up from, and then, having enough time to, get to your last rack with enough time to, shoot the ball. So I think with me, just it's going to be about the tempo of, getting the rack to rack and then holding your follow through as long as you can, but you can't hold it too long.
You can't hold it too long.
You got 70 seconds. So,
right.
You got to get through it at enough time.
Just enough for a little bit of style, but then got to keep it moving for the function, right?
Sure.
You're going up against one of your former teammates and a former three-point contest champion winner, multiple times actually, and Damian Lillard. What do you think about that competition? Any friendly dinner wagers on the side?
Crazy. Sunday, when they announced it and he put it on his story, I actually commented, and he came back and said they need a little bump. So I'm super excited for him to be in the competition again. Obviously, played with him last 2 seasons and had a freak accident happen with his injury. So it's going to be good to see Dame Dollar in action. I'm pretty sure all the fans are super excited.
Yeah, I think so. The energy around Damian Lillard always in the three-point contest, it makes for very worthy competition.
For sure.
But let's not sell yourself short over here because you're shooting 45% on threes. You have been a lights out on catch-and-shoot threes. Do you want to walk us through your form a little bit?
Just, when the ball's passed to me, I just try to look at how the ball's passed, try to catch with the seams of the ball, and then line it up and hold the follow through.
You don't even need to tell us. You get to show us. We got the court here, and we are going to take a look at this. All right, so, Bobby, we thought we would really get into your shot a little bit with someone who knows a thing or two about three-point shooting and the three-point contest, Danny Green.
I've been in one, so I've had a decent amount
How'd that go for you?
Experience. I did okay, but I did not win.
All right.
Steph got hot.
Bobby's going to have different vibes.
I did make it, It's on you now, big dog. You got to be the best shooting big now outside of Karl Anthony Towns. But take us through some of the mechanics that you usually have and that might have changed when it comes to shooting in this contest.
I think that some of the things I've changed is obviously, when I shoot regular, I have a little dip.
Okay. Show the fans how your normal dip would be.
If you pass it to me, you normally pass it, just a little slight dip, pause right here.
And what does that change? What does that do for you when you have that little dip?
I think that now, obviously, when you take it off the rack, you have to get it off with a little more, speed.
Yeah.
But you want to shoot it, fast, but still shoot it, accurate.
Right.
So talk about the mechanics, the follow through, the base, and everything that comes into play when you're making it or taking the shot.
So I think that on a regular pass from a teammate on a pick and pop or catch and shoot, you would just catch the ball and kind of see who's guarding you or how they're closing out, and probably gives you more time to line it up. Now with a 70-second rule, you're kind of shooting against the clock. So it's all about obviously getting it off the rack, lining the seams up and holding it to follow through as long as you can before getting to the next one.
Give us your normal shot of how you would take it first and then how you would take it in the contest. So show the fans how you would catch a normal shot. You would take the little dip. Okay.
And you would make it.
You would definitely make it.
One more time.
So now, off the normal shot, little dip, nice.
Okay.
And then off the rack, it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
If we have 5 of these, you got to go quick, right? So show us how quick you get it.
I see it.
There you go.
Oh.
Still efficient.
And he's looking good for that three-point contest. All right, before we let you go, do you happen to know, because there is a money rack, you have to put the most important balls at a certain point on the court. Where is your most efficient shooting from on an NBA court?
Left corner.
Left wing.
Okay.
So the money rack is going to be the left wing?
So you're going to start on this side first and go around?
I'm definitely starting on the right side.
And here's your percentages, just so you know, Bobby. So that left corner, the left wing,
54%.
pretty good from over there.
Wow.
That's those racks that you got to hit in the three-point contest.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He knows all this. He's ready for the weekend. Bobby, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, big dog. Good luck, man.
Sir.
Healthy players late in their game against Orlando. That was on February the 7th, and against Miami 2 days later. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers also fined $100,000 for violating the player participation policy against the Jazz. That was on February 3rd. That is the league's language. The word that they're not using, but we will hear, is tanking, right? And NBA Commissioner Adam Silver released a statement. He said this in part: overt behavior like this that prioritizes draft position over winning, it undermines the foundation of NBA competition, and we will respond accordingly to any further actions that compromise the integrity of our game. Additionally, we are working with our competition committee and board of governors to implement further measures to root out this type of conduct. Okay, so that is the league's standpoint. Well, Jazz Governor Ryan Smith voiced his opinion on social media. He said agree to disagree. Also, we won the game in Miami and got fined. That makes sense. All right, head coach Will Hardy, he was also asked about the fines after last night's game. Take a listen.
the league fined you guys right before the game. Do you have any thoughts on that fine?
No.
Moving forward, their approach to fining you, will that have any effect on who you choose to play?
What do you mean their approach to fining us?
So if they continue to fine you for, say, sitting Lowry in the fourth quarter, would you avoid doing that moving forward?
I sat Lowry because he was on a minutes restriction. So if our medical team puts a minutes restriction on Lowry, I'll try to keep Lowry healthy.
All right, that's what all the parties involved are saying. Our front office insider, Bobby Marks, by the way, one of the sharpest minds on this topic. Bobby, what do you make of what we're seeing here with the Jazz, the Pacers, and the league?
It's the cost of doing business right now. I had a team text me last night after this came out, and it's a team not in the lottery. And they said they would basically write a blank check if they had the opportunity to pick in the top 3 of this year's draft here, based on how good this draft is, based on what the fines could be here.
Interesting.
So that is the approach. And here's the thing, Malika. This is the system. This is the system that the NBA has created. This is the system that teams are following, whether it be Indiana or Toronto last year,
sure,
or certainly with Utah. Other teams we're probably going to see the next couple days here. And that is the big thing, is how do you fix the system? But I'll say this one more thing. I'm part of the system, because I remember here last week, we're talking about Giannis and Milwaukee, and I said, you know what? The best thing for Milwaukee to do is rest Giannis for the rest of the season so they can get a good draft pick.
Right.
But unless we fix that system, we're going to always have that kind of discussion.
But I think the question comes back to, Bobby, how? How does this system get fixed?
Well, there's going to be some serious discussion here, and really? I don't think it's not just going to be about eliminating pick protection. Right. That is going to be a course of discussion. I think there's a lot of teams that I've talked to have their hand up, ready to submit a proposal to the NBA to try to fix this, whether it be rewarding teams in the standings with wins,
yeah,
and not incentivizing teams to lose. But I do think this is going to be an overhaul of the system, not just something minor here.
Well, and that's just it. You have to address the incentives. It is smart strategy to tank. That is the problem that the competition committee and the board of governors is going to have to address. You can find teams. That's not fixing the problem. It's a nice little PR tactic by Adam Silver. Oh, my gosh, there's outrage. Let me make a statement about overt behavior. Hey, we don't like overt behavior. Keep it covert. And the Jazz have become the poster boys here. If you're going to find the Jazz, if you're going to smack them upside the head and slap the Pacers on the wrist, go get Sacramento. Go get Memphis. Go get Dallas. Go get Washington. You know, we can go on down the list. A third of the league is tanking.
I wish Adam Silver would have fined them $5 million for disrespecting the game of basketball. Like, let's stop being nice about it and throwing out the word tanking. No, it's actually throwing games. You're trying to throw games to lose games. Think about that for a second. In one of the best sports in the world, in a competitive sport, you're teaching to try to lose games.
And you were asking yesterday why.
That's what you're trying to do. And why? Like, I totally disagree with whatever front office expert you went talk to or who's writing a blank check. It is not a generational talent in this draft. Do they have some good franchise guys? Yeah. Absolutely. A.J. the Bouncer, is he a Victor? Is he a Cooper Flag? Is he a Braun? Hell no. Is any of those guys capable of doing something or taking it to that level? I think they're good starting points. But going back to Adam Silver, I would have fined their ass more for messing up, because as a competitor, DG, answer this. You mean to tell me you could walk in the locker room after all you've been through to get to the NBA and be okay with going out there and saying, I'm trying to lose a game while you're on the floor?
Never. It's never okay. And you don't want that DNA, that type of DNA spilling into the atmosphere of a losing culture locker room.
In basketball, period.
OKC's culture is pretty good right now. They just won a championship.
But they didn't tank.
Oh, no, yes, they did. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had plantar fasciitis for months.
You ever had plantar fasciitis?
Dude, OKC tanked for 2 years. San Antonio tanked to get Wemby.
But Tim, I think there's a difference, and I know we're like talking about tanking in different levels. There's a difference between tanking and basically yanking your starters in the fourth quarter when you're up 7 points.
Okay,
that's
overt
manipulating
versus
the
covert.
game.
Sure, keep it covert and it's cool.
It's unacceptable all across the board to be throwing games to try to lose.
Well,
in this sport at all.
It's a start, though. I like that he's doing something.
What you said, that the verbiage over overt was very interesting. Overt is not okay. But this is something that we expect Adam Silver, he's expected to speak. Our top story of the day, Chris Paul announced that he's retiring from the NBA after a legendary 21 seasons. He'd previously said that he'd be hanging it up at the end of this season, but today he said, it's time for me to show up for others in other ways. He was a pleasure to cover, he was a pleasure to work alongside, and he certainly showed up for us. The list of his accolades is long, but once upon a time, he was Rookie of the Year.
Yo, what's up, CP? You can hang those right up there, man.
Stu. Yeah. I'm not a rookie anymore. I shouldn't be doing all of this.
Wait, I thought you were Rookie of the Year.
Right.
Right, Rookie of the Year.
Last year.
Well, who's it this year?
I don't know. They decided at the end of the season.
Well, until they do, you want to freshen this up for me? Are these heavy starch?
Oh, the legendary Stuart Scott as well. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he said this about Chris Paul's retirement. Quote, on behalf of the league, I want to congratulate Chris on an extraordinary career. Thank him for his friendship, partnership, and lasting contributions to our game. We certainly wish Chris Paul all the best, but as we head into All-Star Weekend, the Spurs, they have their best record, their most wins at the All-Star break in any season since 2019. Stephon Castle is a huge reason why. We now welcome in one of the young stars for the Spurs, Stephon Castle. Stephon, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, let's just get this out of the way. You took a little bit of a hard fall. I was there in Crypto.com Arena against the Lakers. You played the next night, but overall, you're good? Nothing left over there?
Yeah. Overall, I'm good. I'm all right.
I got
up and came out and played the next day. So yeah, I'm doing good.
It's at that point in the season. Everyone has a couple of bumps and bruises. Let's talk the All-Star festivities. You're back in the Rising Stars game after winning MVP last year. No player, Stephon, has won the Rising Stars MVP twice. Are you going to be the first?
That's the goal. That's the goal. But I mean, most importantly, we got to win, or I can't even make that possible.
You and your role has been huge in San Antonio having the best record at the All-Star break in 10 seasons for this franchise. What's the feeling around the locker room? Where is this group at, and where do you guys talk about where you could go?
Yeah, I mean, the vibes are high. I mean, we don't really put a ceiling, on our season. We just want to come out and, do our best to win games, day in and day out. So, we just want to have momentum going into the playoffs. We talked about having momentum coming into the All-Star break, and I feel like we executed on that.
Where do you feel your game has grown the most this year?
Just comfortability. I feel like the coaches putting the ball in my hands a lot more. My teammates trusting me with it a lot more, and then, just the game slowing down for me. Watching a lot more film. Understanding my mistakes and being able to, come back from them. And when I see that same picture again, be able to, to make the right play.
I'm sure some of it, that tape that you're watching, is also some of your defensive plays, because you've been excellent this season. Do you happen to know the two players that you've guarded the most this year?
Two players I've guarded the most this year?
There's some good ones.
I would assume it has to be somebody on OKC. We played them a lot.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one, and then Luka Doncic is two, and they are 1 and 2 in scoring. So how much pride do you take in drawing the toughest defensive assignments every night?
I take a lot of pride in that. I asked for those matchups, and, I wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like I could be one of the best, perimeter defenders in the league, so just day in and day out, just try and prove that.
And we've gotten to see that. It's been a real treat, especially you and Victor make quite the tandem. What's the best part of playing with Vic?
It's just like a sense of stability, having him on the court, on both ends. Playing defense, you can pressure a lot more, knowing he's going to be right behind you to clean up any shot or change any shot. And then offensively, teams can't guard him one-on-one, so they're sending multiple bodies at him. It just opens up the court for the other 4 players so much.
You've played with some excellent players already in your young career, and one of them, Chris Paul, who announced officially that he is retiring today, that his last games in the NBA are behind him. Before we continue, I just wanted to give you a chance. What do you remember most? What did he teach you in the time that you all spent as teammates?
I feel like he was just another coach on the floor for us. But I mean, especially for me coming in as a rookie, just being able to show me the way that he sees the game that early. You know, I feel like it's helped me so far in my career, and I feel like it's showing, you know, so far this year. But I mean, he was great for us last year. I mean, even better person off the court. So. You know, I'm happy for this journey for him.
Yeah, and no better teacher, right? Especially as a point guard. All right, before we let you go, I want to play a little game that we like to call this or that. So I'm going to give you a couple options. You get to play. We pulled some clips for you. So you get to pick a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What you like more? Well, let's start, sir, with this putback dunk against the Mavericks to get a 40-point triple-double. Which is pretty good.
It's going to be hard to go against that one.
Or how about that alley-oop dunk off the pass from De'Aaron Fox?
I have to go with the putback just because circumstance. No, the putback was nice. I mean, the alley-oop was nice, though. It was kind of early in the game, so I don't think it was that meaningful yet.
How about blocks for you? Because you had this insane block on Rui Hachimura. I'm glad you're okay, but that was nuts. You got up for that one. Or that transition block on SGA from your rookie year.
I say that second one. Because the game on the line. You know, we needed to stop right there,
and the reaction.
That being a cup game too. That was pretty.
Yeah, the reaction too from Shea is just great. All right, finally, last one for you. Nicknames, if we could change it up a little bit. We got Area 51, you and Wemby, or my personal favorite, Pineapple Express, Devin Vassell. Which is the better nickname? Do you think that you're a part of?
This is tough.
We only ask the tough
I
questions
say Area
around
51.
here.
I feel like I hear that one a lot more.
Area 51.
I feel like that one stuck a little bit more.
Well, I'm going to take it as a personal challenge to make sure that Pineapple Express is out in the ether with Area 51. Stephon Castle, we appreciate the time. Thank you so very much, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Before we head into All-Star.